Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren here at Little House Plants, and today we will be talking about 5 of my favorite house plants. These 5 plants are easy to take care of, and I think they're such a staple in any plant parent's home. So go ahead and hit that like button if you like this video, and then go ahead and subscribe so that you can keep up to date with all of my fun planty videos that we put out every other week. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Lil House Plants. There I post lots of funny reels and pretty plant pictures, and I'd love to just keep up with you guys there. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so my first plant that I have been loving is this Antherium Crystallinum. I just got this one recently, but I love Antherium Crystallinums because they are so easy to care for. They're beautiful, and they just add just a touch of exotic and jungle vibes to your house. So these plants can either live in a cabinet with high humidity, or you can acclimate them to just sit on your bookshelf or just out in your room. So absolutely one of my favorite plants. I have a ton of Antherium Crystallinums, and that's just because I can't get enough of them. Okay, the next plant on my list is this heartleaf philodendron, also known as a Philodendron heteroecium. But this is such a great plant. I love it again because it's easy to care for. As you can tell right now, it's a very thirsty plant. It's time for me to water it, but that's one of the reasons why I love it, is because it tells you when it's time to be watered. It's also gorgeous. It's a beautiful plant that'll look good in any home. It also can tolerate lower levels of light, so you don't need to stick it in your brightest window right up next to it. It'll suffice with little, not low lighting, but with little lighting. So just a beautiful plant that I love, and I hope you guys have one, and if you do, that you love it too. The third plant on my favorites list is this rubber tree. I found it at a local nursery just a couple of weeks ago, and honestly, I'm obsessed with it. It is so full and bushy, and it really just, I think it looks amazing in this gold pot. But I really like it because the coloring is different. Like for most plants, they're like this bright green or like a neon green, but this one, the leaves are burgundy and they have red on the bottom. And I just love how unique they are. It honestly could look like a fake plant, but it's real. It's also not the hardest plant to take care of, and that's also why I like it. I love my easygoing plants that just look beautiful, and that's definitely one of these. I think this is plant number 4. But the next plant on my list that I just adore is a lemon lime Maranta. This plant has beautiful and striking leaves. Although they are not the easiest plant to take care of, a lot of people, the prayer plant is well known for being a difficult plant, being maybe a bit of a drama queen sometimes. But honestly, I just find if I water them when the top part of the soil is dry and I try to keep them moist, then they seem to be pretty happy. I do have 2 of these plants because I honestly just cannot get enough of its beautiful, beautiful foliage. It really just adds this beautiful touch to my plant collection. So highly recommend one of these. Again, I just got this from a local nursery, so it's not too hard to find. That is the lemon lime prayer plant. Okay, and the final plant that I cannot live without is the Monstera Deliciosa. You guys all know this beautiful plant as such a staple in people's homes. She's a classic. You can't go wrong with the Monstera Deliciosa. I got this plant from my mom. She actually gave me the cuttings, and let's see, this little leaf right here is where it started, and then it slowly grew into this big, magnificent plant, and I absolutely love it. I adore it. This plant is also super easy to take care of. When it's thirsty, its leaves will start to curl up on the ends. You can see it's kind of doing that now. And that's another reason why I love this plant, and the majority of the plants on this list is because they tell you what they need. And so it just makes my life so much easier when I can look at a plant and say, oh yeah, you're thirsty, it's time to water you. But I love this plant. I have a big giant one that we just got from Home Depot that I'm actually trying to completely rehab, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. But this is such a resilient plant and such a beautiful plant at the same time. So definitely one of my favorites. So those were my 5 favorite houseplants that are just, I think they're just staples for people's homes, that are easier to take care of and are gorgeous. And now I have a couple of plants that are easy to take care of, are beautiful, but they're a bit on the pricier side, and they're a bit more of a challenge than, say, your Monstera Deliciosa, but that's okay. So to start, we've got my Antherium Veitchii. This is a very exotic plant. I bought it off of a lady on Facebook. It is so easy to take care of. Most anthuriums require a lot of humidity, but this one, similar to the crystallinum, does not require a ton of humidity. And so that makes its care super easy. I, in fact, have it growing in moss, and I just give it a drink when the moss is dry. So this one, you won't see the leaves curl up, or if you do, that means it's super thirsty. But I just wait till the moss is a little bit dry on top, and then I give it a drink, and it is doing really well. So it's definitely one of my favorites. It's so unique and so beautiful. This next plant, my next honorable mention, is my Philodendron Pastazanum. It is absolutely beautiful. It is very thirsty right now. Today is my watering day, so it needs a drink. But this plant is also pretty easy to take care of. Again, I just wait till the soil is a bit dry, and then I give it a big drink. It's beautiful. Its heart-shaped leaves are absolutely striking. And again, it just adds to that wonderful jungle vibe that you want in your house. So this plant is a crawler, so unlike the heartleaf philodendron that we saw before, where the leaves trail down, this one crawls across the top of the soil. So this little red point right here is actually a new leaf that's on its way out. So kind of fun. Okay, and that is it for my 5 favorite houseplants. I didn't mention that we would have some honorable mentions, but I hope you guys liked that as well. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any of these houseplants, go ahead and comment about your plants below. I'd love to hear about them. Or what are your 5 staples? What are your 5 plants that you think every plant parent should have? And thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye!
Can we get an outtake? Do you like the outtakes at the end of the videos?
I think they're funny.
That might have been it, you staring off into the distance.
What about this? I can't do it. I was not born to be a princess! Curse my scoliosis! I don't dare. We need to go get thin.